How's it going, YouTube fam? China Hardy coming to you live. Today I want to talk about the different settings that there are in the physical therapy career. Usually when somebody reaches out to me, they'll talk about how they want to be in sports medicine or they want to be an outpatient PT. And usually that's because they had a personal experience. They may have injured themselves when they played sports and they had to go through some sessions themselves. And then that usually strikes up that passion, that interest. Believe it or not, you guys, there are definitely more settings than just outpatient and sports medicine. And I think we should talk about the difference in the settings and the difference in the salaries. But before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. I will keep dropping it. Just let me know if you enjoy it, okay? And also, you can hit me up on my IG if you have any questions. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. I keep it real with you all the time, okay? But make sure you show some love. Go ahead and hit that sub button. Go ahead. Anyways, let's get right into it. All right, let's start with just the average salary, okay? The salary is typically dependent on setting, location, and experience. This website right here is stating that the average salary is about $95,000 a year. This was in 2021. Now, my next source, ZipRecruiter, it's stating that the average salary is $96,000 a year. And here are a couple of more sources. It also states pretty much the same, 95.5K. So that's pretty consistent. I would believe it to be true. But now let's take a look at this a little bit more in depth. This right here is saying that the bottom 20% of PTs are making about 62K a year. And then the top, on the other hand, is saying it's 121K a year. That is a huge range. And then the question would come as to why is the range so big? Now this right here is showing the experience. Basically, the more experience you got, the more money you're making, period. And then the least, as you can see at the bottom right here, it's the lower range, okay? All right, we talked about the average. Let's go ahead and talk about these settings. Let's break it down right now. First, let's start with outpatient. So outpatient right here is saying in Florida first, because I'm in Florida, might as well take a look. It's saying that the average salary is $67K a year, okay? But then the national salary is $87K a year. So that's kind of wild to me. That is a huge difference. I do not want to work in outpatient in Florida. Next, we got the pediatrics. We love the kids, right? We love the kids. In Florida, $78K a year, all right? That's not bad, actually. But then nationally, $107K a year. Where they doing that at? Where they at? Tell me, because I'm about to pack up my bags and go. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really into pediatrics, so you guys can have that. But pediatrics, that's pretty interesting. That is such a big range as well. But also pay attention to this graph right here. There are more on that side where it's a lower salary. They're below that average. That says that more people in the pediatric setting are actually making less than that national average. All right, let's get to another popular one. Sports medicine, the one that you guys mostly are interested in. This county is in Florida, Pinellas County. It says that the average in Pinellas County is 96K, and it also says that the national average is 96K. So that was pretty interesting to see, but then it made me want to look a little bit further. So I took a look, NFL teams, professional teams, 75K to 150K is the range you can expect to get paid. Now, I don't know how the NFL is organized. I know that the NBA has a G League. So I know G Leagues, they get a little bit less than the PTs that are on the actual NBA team. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can look into that a little further if you're interested in taking that route. But this is a good idea of what it's like. Now we have nursing homes, my favorite. That is where I am at. The geriatrics, not the pediatrics, okay? But let's talk about it. Pinellas County right here, again, that's in Florida. It's saying that the average is 109K a year. Well, I noticed with home health, we're going to go ahead and group it. It's also saying the same thing. And then in the nation, the average is 105K. And honestly, I'm not surprised with those numbers on this right here because we're in Florida. Florida tends to have the retirement group. That seems like it could be pretty accurate, you know? Finally, let's talk about the travel setting, all right? So this is also a highly paid setting. Many people don't take this route because they tend to have families, you know, they're in their career. They want to stay in one place. They want the stability, and that's understandable. But because this job is so different, you have to move a lot more. You have to switch your job every 13 weeks. Pretty much those contracts last about 13 weeks. They're going to pay you more. It's in those settings that you typically don't want to work in. I've heard. Don't take my word for it. You might have a great experience with travel therapy. And honestly, get your own experience. Don't just go off what other people say, okay? But the average salary for travel therapy in Florida and also in the nation, it's saying $104K. So that's very good, honestly. And I would love to travel if I didn't have to stay in one place. I think it's actually a great thing to do, kind of see different places. And also you get to meet new people, so yay for traveling. That's all we're going to talk about settings-wise. My thoughts on this, what surprised me was the nursing home versus the home health. I have not heard of any nursing home therapist making anywhere close to 100K. I'm in the nursing home setting, and you guys are aware of what I make. If you're not, go ahead and check out this video. But that was a little different to me. I do believe that home health therapists make a lot more than nursing home therapists. But who am I to judge? I don't know. Maybe I don't have enough experience. But from what I know, home health makes more. Now, the average salary nationally for outpatient kind of surprised me, being 87K when I got 65K my first year, but that was here in Florida. Again, remember, location is definitely important. Experience as well. And also, it did say in Florida that the average salary for outpatient was 67K. So big difference nationally, but it seemed pretty accurate, honestly, at least for my state. I was actually kind of surprised to see the sports medicine average. From what I used to hear, I haven't been up to date on things. I heard that those who are entry level with the sports medicine PT, they get paid very, very low dollars, a low amount of money. So that average was very surprising. Maybe that was more so like professional teams, who knows? But I've heard that they get paid less only because it's such a high demand. Most people want to go into those settings, that sports setting, because, you know, we love sports. Most PTs love the sports. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, take a look for yourself if you're interested in that. I definitely recommend doing your research. Now, the last setting that we didn't hit was the acute care setting and also inpatient. Now, acute care is the hospital. Inpatient, I've seen a lot of inpatient settings inside the hospital, but acute care is more so the short term, the very beginning. And then inpatient is where they typically go afterward if they're just going to stay there for a little bit longer. But acute care, I didn't hit it because it's close to the amount of money you get in a nursing home setting. I remember it used to be a little bit less, but I've been hearing that they're starting to compensate just about the same as nursing homes. So take a look into that for yourself as well if you're interested in the acute care setting. Okay. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up right there. I feel like we hit most of the settings, and those salaries are definitely ranging from 62K to that 121K that we saw in the beginning. They can definitely get up there. I didn't see anything that said 120. Oh, NFL team, 151K actually, or 150K. Okay, I'll get it. I'm going off of memory right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I hope it brought value, and if it did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below how you felt about it, and if you have any questions for me, go ahead and hit me up on my IG. I'll hit you back, and I'll answer any questions that you may have to the best of my abilities. All right, I'm going to keep it 100 with you all the time. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Take care, stay safe. I'm Shina Hardy. I'm out.